Soaring costs for a high-speed rail link between London and the north of England shouldn't prevent it from being built, according to a draft copy of a government-commissioned review. Well, the document also suggests that even the most controversial stretch goes ahead, which is between Uxbridge and central London. It means there are a lot of unhappy people this evening, as our transport correspondent Tom Edwards has been finding out.
For a decade in northwest London, opposition to High-Speed 2 has been obvious.
There's going to be tens of thousands of tonnes of spoil coming out of the tunnel to be dumped on these fields.
Brian Cable has lived here in Ickenham for 28 years. If HS2 goes ahead, his home will look onto a construction site. He's frustrated a draft review now says the scheme should go ahead.
I'm sure people will be angry about it and disappointed. We have put up with a lot of changes and aggravation from HS2 because we still don't know what's happening. The plans for HS2 keep changing.
High-Speed 2 is meant to go from London Euston to Old Oak Common and then on to Birmingham and eventually the north. It'll shorten journey times. But it has faced protests like here at Harefield, and the budget has ballooned. It now could cost over £100 billion. There is a lot of opposition to HS2 in this part of London, but if it is to go ahead, then will it have consequences politically, and is there one candidate in particular who may have concerns?
It was ruled out on grounds of costs originally.
Nearby Ruislip, as Mayor Boris Johnson met the anti-HS2 campaigners a number of times. When he was Prime Minister and the local MP, they hoped he'd cancel the project. Now they think today's decision could affect his chances of winning again.
His constituents deserve to know what his stance is now. We've asked him many times before, and now is his opportunity to actually give us a true answer as to what he thinks is going to happen and what he might do should he be elected back as our Prime Minister and our MP.
Do you think this could damage him? He's got obviously a very slim majority, 5,000.
Absolutely, it could damage him.
From a helicopter, this is Euston. Hundreds of homes and businesses have already been demolished. HS2 has already spent over £1 billion on property, but its supporters say it'll be worth it.
The best way to improve the capacity of the existing railway network is to build a new railway to put all those high-speed services on, and then you essentially get three main lines for the price of one, three mainline upgrades for the price of one, because you free up lots of space on the existing railway network for more local services, regional services, commuter trains.
Any decision on this project will be made by the next government. The full report won't be published until after the next election. Tom Edwards, BBC London.
Well, our political editor Tim Donovan is here, and HS2, it's a controversial subject, which makes me imagine that the political parties should all have a clear line about this.
Yeah, first off, we don't know what Boris Johnson thinks about this, nor the Department of Transport. We know that Boris Johnson told a journalist last week he thought the review was going to come back the other side of the election. That was getting him out of a political hole. We know Labour completely backed this project, connecting towns and cities. So do the Liberal Democrats. Think it's really important for the economy. The Greens strike a discordant note. They obviously back rail, but not this kind. They called it environmental vandalism because they're very keen on local projects, rail projects instead.